Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So today I have made another game. So this game is not particularly like movement of mouse or something. It is just a mind game. It involves a particular trick that I found online, and I discovered this game on internet and found it very cool. So I tried to make such a game, and also I have made an AI for it that will just move as our opponent, and we can just make our move and the AI will make its move. So let us talk about the rules of the game. So in the beginning you see a knight or a horse. If you know about chess, then you might know what is a knight. In any of the center four squares of a chessboard, which is a 8 by 8 grid, the players have to move the knight one by one. So how it moves is it moves two steps forward and one step to the side. The knight cannot go to the square he has already been through. So there will be an 8 by 8 grid, and in case the knight has already been through a square, that square will become reddish colored, and the game will continue unless one of the player runs out of legal moves and the other player wins. All the bluish colored blocks represent legal moves you have, and your match is against an AI, so good luck. So now let's begin with it. So let us take give AI the first move. So AI will make its move. Then bluish colored blocks will represent what will be our chance. I mean, what are the legal moves we have. So let us make a random move. Then AI will make its move. Then it's our chance, and so on. We can keep on playing this game unless one of the players runs out of moves. I mean, we unless we see no blue block we have, and in case AI does not have any blue block, so this means that AI has lost. So let us just lose, try to lose this game. And yeah, now we have lost. So AI has won because we don't have any legal move. One, two, three, four. These were the only four blocks we had in order to make our move. But the all these four are occupied by red color. So this means we don't have any good move, and we have lost the game. So now let me tell you about the winning strategy, and after that we will talk about the code, how to make such a code, what are the specialities of the code. So let me open a new. Okay, so this is the same chessboard. So I have opened it on Paint. So what you can see is you can divide the board in, for example, this can be one way. So you can, as you can see, there are four. Its height is 4 blocks and its width is 2 blocks. So you can divide the whole board in 8 such blocks. So this can be the second, this can be the third, this can be the fourth, and same for the top row. And now if you see carefully about these eight divisions we have made here, so we can see that in each division we can have, if we choose any of the blocks, for example, for this is the reply, for this is the reply, for this, and for this. So we can see that if we choose any of the blocks, we can have a particular reply for that block in the same division. So what does that imply? So when the AI begins to move first, so we can the AI will take this path. So let me clear one thing, that in this game, if the first player knows the trick, then the player who will have the first chance can never lose the game. So now we can see that for this block we will have this as the reply. So what does that mean? That if the AI is given the first chance, AI will move here, and now we don't have any other option, so we will have to move out of the block. For example, let us go here, and now for this block we will have this as the reply, and now we will have to move out of this division. For example, we move back to, okay, wait, now 1 second, now we move back to this division, but now still the AI has a reply for this as well. So this continues, this process keeps on continuing unless we reach such a block, for example, we reach, for example, this block, and now for this as well, the AI will have a reply. So what actually AI is doing, it is trying to, for example, you placed a horse in any of the divisions. It will try to find out that move for the horse for the knight that will be in the same division. And in case there is a certain block which is illegal, I mean, which is not in a red shade, so it will move that in that direction. So the best move here is to move here. Now in case the horse was here, so for this the best reply would be here in the same division, and we will have to continue to move on in the same division unless the player runs out of the moves. So the player cannot, for example, we reach here. Now player will have to move out of this division. He cannot go back again here. If he could, then the game would become endless. So the player will have to move out of the division, and for that another division we will have our particular reply for that. And now so this makes sure that we have a particular reply for that player's move, and we can continue to make the moves unless the player runs out of the moves. Now it can also be thought of in a horizontal direction, and same rule will be applied in that case as well. So now let us go back to our code, and now let us try. Now I've already told you that if we give AI the first chance, then we can never win the game. So let us take the first chance ourselves. And now let us first try to make random moves. Just to tell you that, yeah, this trick is actually effective. And in case we just move randomly, we can lose this game, even if we have the first chance. So I have taken the first chance in this game, and now let us see if we can win this game just moving randomly. And now, okay, so let us keep on playing the game unless we run out of moves. So this has become quite long. Yeah, so we have lost because all the legal moves, in case there was no restriction of red blocks, then we had 4 legal moves, as I have clicked 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all these 4 blocks are already red. I mean, they have already been occupied by the block by the horse, so by the knight. Sorry. So this means that we have no legal move, and we have lost the game. So if we move randomly, so we will lose the game. But now let us try to win. Let us try to win the game. Let us take the first chance, as we want to win. For this square, we will have this as the reply, because now consider these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and now this will be the second row, second division in the second row, and now this whole would be the square we have to make our second move in. So this would be the corresponding block for it. Now we have reached this block, and now here is our horse. So let me give you an example. So in such a case, here is our horse. So now we want to move this horse. So the perfect position for it would be to move here. And in case we move out of this division, for example here, so now the now AI will have its chance, and it can move towards to this square, and now we might as well lose this game. So we will have to keep making the AI move out of the division instead of we ourselves are moving out of the divisions. So now for this we will have this reply, and now for this we will have this reply. So just think about the logic behind each move, and there is a point behind each move, and the same logic was applied by the AI when we lost against the AI. Now for this we will have this reply. You can pause the video in between in case you are not able to visualize the things, and So it can become a very long game as well. Even though the AI is playing randomly, it is quite hard to win this game. It is quite a long game. So this would be the reply for this block, and for this we will have this as the reply. Now as we can see, we are coming close to our win. The AI is now close to losing, and now for this, and now we have won. AI will have no legal move because it will have these two squares as the legal move in case there was no restriction. But now since these two are red, so AI will have no legal move, and we have won the game. So now we have talked about how to get know about the winning strategy. Now let us talk about the code. So I mean the whole idea of the code is in this line. The whole idea of the code. So some people might think we will have to hard code for each block. For example, for this block we will have to move here. So how can the AI know about that? We will have to hard code this, but trust me, this is the this single line handles all the all the what we say handles the situation for all the blocks. What will be the correct reply for each block? So you can find other ways as well to win against the AI because it is moving random in case you have found out the trick. So there might be some other ways as well. So this is the most what we say most systematic way of winning the game. So this ensures that we will never lose the game. So what exactly I am doing is we are checking for the x-axis in case we are if for example now for the x-axis what we are checking is towards this right from left to right, and for the y-axis we are going from top to bottom. So now in case we see that the x-axis, okay, so we can write is equal to 1. It is same only, but for it to be better to understand, so this is sometimes important to write. So now it is checking in case our block, so let us consider a single block. For example, let me rerun the code. Now let us make a move first. So let us talk about a single block. So this is our single division as we have talked about in the first few minutes. And now for this division we are checking in case it lies in the second half. I mean the second half in the sense. So let us take the first only. So for this one, if the horse lies in this part, this whole thing, then we will have to make the horse move towards the left side, and in case it is here, then we will have to move the horse towards the right side. And in this case I have added +1 and -1. So this handles for the x-axis, and for the y-axis now we will check if it lies in the top two rows or we can say in the top 4 blocks. So in case it lies in the top 4 blocks, it should go towards the down it should go in the downwards direction, and in case it lies in the bottom 4 blocks, then it should go in the upwards direction. So as I have done that, in case it is in the top 2 blocks, in top 4 blocks, sorry, I mean the y-axis is not greater than 2, so we will move towards the downward direction, and in case it is in the bottom two rows, then it means that we will go in the upward direction. So it is important to put this %4 and %2 sign, because in case we forgot to add this sign, then it will only consider for the first division and not for the for all the divisions. So it is important to use %2 and %4. So now this is the whole logic behind the code, and now rest all part is just a simple application of just having a little bit of experience about how to handle many functions together, how a function is calling different functions. So you just have to make a systematic approach to such a code. So what I first made was, there were two players will be playing the game. There was no AI, and how two players would be playing the game. For example, uh, I will show the options, and in case the player clicks on one of those options, then I didn't made that restriction that there was a red block, and in case there was a red block, then we cannot move to that block. There was no such system. So I moved in a systematic way I first try to look at the movement of the horse. Then I looked at the alternate chances of the players. Then I made the restriction that we cannot move to the old block. Then I made the AI, and this should be this or around this thing should be our main focus, and at the last should be our focus of the making the UI for making the smooth animations as we have told, because it makes the code look a bit cool. So there is not much. This might look quite lengthy, but it is not very hard to understand. You can look at the code. I'll share the link of the code in the description. I'm reminding you again. And so that's all for this video. So thank you guys. Please keep supporting me,